Ariok, Lord of the Seven Darks, Duke of Chaos, aid me now, Ariok. Hello and welcome to Liam's Lyceum. I'm your host, Liam, aka Himvar. Today I'll be doing a spoiler-free review of Michael Moorcock's The Vanishing Tower. The Vanishing Tower is presently the fifth Elric of Melniboné's story, though if you're reading the classic DAW release, this would be number 4, I believe. Now, so this one does take place after the Weird of the White Wolf. I believe the new Elric story, The Citadel of Forgotten Myths, which comes out late this year in 2022, will actually take place right before The Vanishing Tower. But as of right now, that book is not out, so this is the next one I'm going to review. I actually read this one a few weeks ago, and I'll just say that this continues the badass story of Elric. And, you know, it's interesting. I just really like these stories. They've come to be really familiar and something fun to listen to because they're very easy to get into. They're very quick. They're very thoughtful. And the melancholy feel is done exceptionally well. But not only that, is Elric, even though he's this classic sword and sorcery character in a sense because he's badass, right? But he is also... Sorry, that's just the best word for him. I don't know any other word to use. Honestly, I don't like saying that word a lot, but he's also very thoughtful, and he subverts a lot of those sword and sorcery tropes, right? He's kind of an anti-Conan, even in that sense. Now, I do have the 1977 DAW version. This is actually found in the bind-up Stormbringer, which just came out. It is the first part of that bind-up. And it is, again, just continuing the saga of Elric. So it is, again, divided into 3 parts. The first one is the Torment of the Last Lord. Elric has finally left Jakor with Moonglum, the companion he met in The Weird of the White Wolf. They encounter magic and monsters, and they are on a quest to rescue a queen of myth from an evil sorcerer. Maybe a somewhat typical fantasy plot, but succinct, and within human Elric, it is also worthwhile. Then part 2 is To Snare the Pale Prince. This involves a ring, well, the Ring of Kings is actually stolen, and Moonglum and Elric must make a journey to the City of Beggars to recover it. I've heard this one compared to a Fafhrd and Grey Mouser story, and I can somewhat see that. Definitely somewhat more with the setting. It does almost seem like a Lankmar setting of sorts, but it definitely also has the typical beings of law and chaos that we get with Elric. Who is also definitely the main character with Moonglum as a sidekick, while Libra's duo are generally equals. It also has a slaughter involving Stormbringer, which is coming more typical, but is also just fun. It's just fun. I don't know how else to describe it. Also get to see Rockhyr the Red, who, of course, is a character from the previous books, but he's actually from Book 1, and we haven't seen him since. In Book 2, we found out he was actually searching for Tanalorn, like Elric was, though Elric gets lost and has some bad experiences before he ever gets to see Tanalorn. Rockhyr apparently seems to find it, and we do get to see Tanalorn actually here. Now, part 3, Heroes with an Aim. Elric may have once sought justice and Tanalorn, but a lot has happened, and so he no longer does. He just kind of wants peace. He is still in danger, of course. And this time the other aspects of the Eternal Champion are part of the story, and so in this one it is almost kind of like Sailor on the Seas of Fate again, which is still my favorite of the 5 I've read. We will see if the later ones change that, because I feel like that could still happen. I still have a few to go. Again, Elric is still thoughtful and melancholy, and, well, ill. I guess he's physically sick still in a sense. Stormbringer kind of counteracts that. He's hate-driven. He's just as BA as ever. The story is psychedelic, and I mean that literally, not because I don't know what's actually going on. And then we have, actually, I think the bad guy in this story, he's the bad guy really through all 3 parts. Theleb Ka'arna, I don't really, his name is confusing, he's a pretty decent antagonist, actually. One, again, we see in each story, and he connects with them really well, as does the character of Michelle, who I won't, I guess, say much really else on. But I'm actually going through the next book now, The Revenge of the Rose, but I will just leave you with this quote from the book that I was also contemplating opening with, but I decided to go with the other one I had. But I thought this one was also rather good, so let me read that real quick. But besides that, I will sign off. I'll catch you next time. This has been Liam's Lyceum. I am Elric of Melniboné, last of a line of great sorcerer kings. This blade I wield will do more than kill you, friend demon. It will drink your soul and feed it to me. Perhaps you have heard of me by another name, by the name of Soul Thief.